Javier versus Fabz, as it's going to be Scorpion versus Kenshi once again. I gotta say, I love how... Wait, is he actually going with a Stryker? Oh, okay, we are. I was under the impression that Javier was all chameleon now.
I know that Javier just was, you know, not a huge fan of playing Stryker since the change, because Scorpion's one of those characters that really only uses grenade. It's not like one of the other Stryker pairings where you might get benefit out of other stuff. Like, it's all about the grenade.
Yeah, it's not Scorpion plus Stryker cameo. It's Scorpion plus low grenade.
Yeah. But the thing is, against Kenshi in particular, it's again, to rewind back to when I was talking with Javier in Brazil, he said of all the characters that are like, you know, the top tier characters, he actively likes fighting Kenshi. And I think Stryker is
I actually
the reason
think
for
it's
that.
because we're seeing right here. Kenshi as a character, very powerful, does not have a great time at fighting characters that want to play the long range game against him. You know, when he is in non-Sento stance, his long-range options are kind of limited to the overhead, you know, just the overhead spirit. I'm fairly sure Scorpion can up-block that and punish it from just about anywhere on screen. So from that range, it kind of eliminates that option
that's why he was
for
doing
Kenshi. Yeah, and Kenshi's got great backwards movement, so does Scorpion. So if Scorpion has a life lead, I feel he can sit on it easier against Kenshi compared to most. And if you go in too close against Kenshi and he gets a hit into Sento, you're now dealing with Kenshi's optimal range, where he's doing the Sento crazy damage and the mix-ups and the chip damage. And we know Javier likes playing the slower style. And this is absolutely a matchup. I can see him doing this every single round. Get a life lead, keep that life lead at all costs.
And he'll take those hits, you know. He does not give a damn about those, like, falling spirit moves. Because, yeah, if you punish my spear from full screen, you get a bit of damage. If my spear hits you... Oh,
yep.
Hang on a minute. Nice little pick up there. Anti-air.
Oh, huge.
Oh.
Down 3'd underneath the Sento mid. I wonder if that was just mistimed from Fabz, or that's a thing of low profiling it, perhaps.
Free side switch. Jailing EX teleport.
Just waiting out that timer. He knew Sento was going down.
Ooh. We just somehow jumped over.
But also a matchup where, like, the much, I mean, let's be honest, much longer cooldown of low grenade compared to before, because the matchup can be played slower, and this is definitely going to be it, by the way. Game 1 is finished. Because of how slow this matchup can be played, with how Javier plays it, you can definitely buy those seconds back of the longer cooldown time on those grenades, you know, compared to a lot of other matchups. So, you know, in hindsight, actually not quite surprised to see him go back to the Stryker here, and happy to see it, in fact.
I think the matchup is going to be, like, ever so slightly better for Kenshi thanks to the changes, because, you know, the stuff that's going to make the matchup harder to deal with is used less frequently. You're not going to deal with as many back threes. You're not going to deal with as many, like, spears and stuff like that.
Especially if
All
we're
of
talking
which they
Kenshi
would
Cyrax.
cover.
Because Kenshi Cyrax is a, you know, Cyrax is a close range cameo. You know, he can do net, but there's no reason Kenshi would throw it. Obviously it's one of those things that if you can hit a net, you can use it to activate a Sento. It's just, you know, if you're picking Cyrax, it's not just to hit nets in the neutral. It's just very unlikely to happen, and you're going to want to keep that bar for, you know, for other purposes. But if you're not using that, he is, like, nothing he's got is long range. Like, he is point blank, and that is exactly where Javier wants to avoid being all the time.
Dash in, throw, just to keep things nice and simple. I reckon you're going to spend all of these matches, like every match that you see between these two, most of it's going to be spent here, at range.
As long as Javier's got the life lead, absolutely. Oh, but there it is.
And that
one
is why...
spear, 300 damage incoming.
And that's why Javier doesn't give a damn about getting hit by the falling spirit. Like, he doesn't really have to care about the damage. It's barely any damage compared to the full combo the spear lands you. No!
Yeah, can't afford for those kind of drops, however, if you are Fabz. Unfortunate to see it, but that is what it is. Every drop combo is this kind of situation, taking longer to get to. But when you can, overhead, okay. Yeah, goes for the resummon. And again, that wake up down 3, Javier. In the face of Sento, EX Hellfire. Javier with the confidence, and it paid off.
A great choice, though, because it completely bypassed the spirit. Who cares?
Yeah,
I'm going to win the round whether you like it or not, mate. Right. Full combo. With the down back 4, the slash. We're going to start
Sandwich
pressuring.
is there. Oh, instant armor.
That Sento's swinging. I don't know what it's hitting, but it ain't Scorpion. Fabz challenges.
What a confirm. I wonder what he was challenging from that range. What do you reckon he was expecting to see? Still got there in range for the punish, though. Oh, and the pickup into the stance switch. I love that from Fabz. Oh, huge hit. No, couldn't combo. Never mind.
Almost
so the
did.
3 bars. This is potentially quite a lot of damage if Javier can find the opening, but without Stryker, I was about to say easier said than done, but never mind.
One
just
meter.
confirms the 2-1. There we go. Is that enough? Yeah, absolutely. Didn't even need a second bar and the brutality finish, because why not?
Overall, a very comfortable matchup for Javier so far. You have to just ask the question, what is Fab's answer to this? Because, right.
As much as I hate to say it, because it's me, I think he might have to go away from the Cyrex cameo for this one. Because it's like, I completely understand the Kenshi Cyrax synergy. It definitely is powerful. I don't think this is the matchup to bring it. As we saw before, when we saw him make the change to Sub-Zero cameo against Josh, for that kind of like more kind of consistent ranged options. Obviously, the ice armor can be good against the grenades, as well as just having more consistent damage on hit when you do find it, or maybe something else. Okay, we have seen a significant rise of Kenshi Stryker as of the last kind of real couple of months, so this is also not a huge surprise to see. We don't see it as much in EU West, though. This is much more of like a kind of Middle East strategy, as we see it a lot in Pro Comp Middle East. But Fabz put a lot of time into Kenshi. I definitely know he's going to be ready for this this pairing.
Shoutouts to the Middle East and Oceanic as well that we saw yesterday. We had some really, really fun results there. Faisal just absolutely impressing with the Katana Chameleon. Waz was able to secure a first place finish with Shang Tsung. So the unorthodox characters have definitely seen their share of spotlight recently. Let's not forget Brosif winning one of the Legal Latinas and going to final combat with Quan Chi.
Yeah, we're
seeing some variety here.
Oh, but the instant resummon, I love that. And the punish. Yeah, couldn't do anything more, but this is what you want. Get the sandwich. Look at all that center uptime. And again, Javier's awareness to go for the armor, like armoring out of these extended Kenshi sequences is not easy. Like, if he just blocks, he can punish safe moves with Sento for massive damage. But Javier, he is just on the money every time.
Let it rock.
Oh, that's be punished. Oh, just got Stryker back. Never mind. Just got him at the very end.
But Mustard, he called him in so late. I'm sure Fabz was just... He mustn't be doing it. He would have done it by now, surely. And then boom, grenades in the
Stryker
face.
wasn't even ready. Like, he only just came off cooldown right as Javier used it.
Oh, all right. Wait a minute. Again, the challenge!
And what's even more surprising about that is that was like the grenades occupied the armor. So like that was like could have been risky, but Javier again, he's on the money. The call out, he knows when to go for the armor.
Magic range. You try to press and you'll pay the price. Javier only needs one more round in this hit confirm. It ain't gonna win the round, but it's gonna create a horrible situation for Fabz.
I'm looking at that EX Hellfire and I'm getting nervous.
Does he have the chance to build? Didn't need it.
Doesn't need to.
Javier making short work of Fabz there, 3-0. And, you know, when we saw the Stryker cameo, I know your first thought was, oh, damn, he's actually going in with the Stryker again. This had to have been one of the very specific matchups where they're still cooking. Because, I mean, it was exactly... The way we described that matchup was exactly how it went. That's just how Javier approaches things. Keep Kenshi from being at his effective range. Keep him far away. Make him struggle to find a hit, find a button. I've got really good backwards movement, so I'm kind of zoning you out. I'm zoning you out without, like, the traditional projectile game. It kind of goes to show that zoning someone takes many different forms. Projectiles are just kind of like the standard way of enforcing it, but if you have a move that keeps control of your opponent from a ranged point of view, keep them at a distance. In this case, it was the standing 2, it was the back 3 that played a huge part in this matchup, and of course the full screen spears that I get hit by one of your specials as a punish and it's like 80 damage. I hit a spear and it's 300. So like that's a trade that's in my favor all day, every day.
I mean, say what you will about Scorpion.